Hey guys, we're here with another episode of Magic the Gathering Duels of the P-Walkers. I'm gonna abbreviate Planeswalkers now with just a P. I hope you guys are okay with that.
You did doo-doo of the doo-doo last time.
I did, that's a good point, yeah. So
was
really,
it
this is a
pooping in the
huge step
poopy
up.
with the
Pooping in the Poopenstein, and now we're doing the pee-walking.
God,
that's fair.
All over the feces and excrement.
The salt through is what it's gonna be.
It totally is, yeah.
Magic the Gathering series on RockLeeSmile and alpacapatrol's channel, now sponsored by Google+.
Integrate your
Subscribe
Twitch
today.
Oh, God, I'm so afraid of everything that's happening in the world. Oh, my God. I don't see... It's still a rumor, but in case people don't know what we're talking about, basically, there's a rumor floating around that that has only been like reported on one website initially. So
yeah, what if it becomes out to be completely untrue?
Yeah, I mean that's not totally unlikely.
That's why we don't jump to conclusions and we remain reasonable people when possible.
Reasonable.
But it's a fear that I think been lurking in a lot of our minds for a long time anyway. That
it all looked like it was pretty clear that that's a thing that probably could happen. Yeah. So you know,
that's about Google buying Twitch, by the way.
Just look at their own streaming service and then tell me that doesn't seem like a reasonable thing for them to do, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so they're potentially buying Twitch,
right? I mean,
huh?
You can chat. You can kind of chat, right?
Right? Yeah, you can totally use the YouTube fucking. Oh God, that chat system. But here's the thing: I think a lot of people, when I was talking about this on Twitter, a lot of people were thinking that. Sorry, I'm thinking about what I should do, but people were saying, like, no, they probably, like, calm down, nerd. They're probably not going to change anything. They're probably not going to break anything. Nothing's going to go wrong. And, like, for me, that, I don't care. I don't think they're going to change anything either. For the most part, they're probably going to do what every other company that acquires an internet startup is like, mostly give them autonomy. The problem here is when it gets to their content ID bots, when it gets to how their music is concerned, when it gets to how the revenue is shared as well. I mean, where do MCNs fall under that? Am I going to have to be networked? Right. Am I going to get another 50% cut on my revenue on Twitch on top of the one that Twitch already takes? Am I going to get YouTube taking a cut now too? Am I going to have to worry about whether or not my channel's managed? Like, if I'm not managed on Twitch, does that mean that I don't get to run ads? I don't get to get subscriptions? Because that's a possibility. It's something that YouTube has said that they have intentions of doing, and they've clearly made that. You know, they've made that clear that that's something that they want to do, right? So I think it's perfectly reasonable to be afraid that that's a possibility.
Right. Twitch has made it very clear to me in the way that they manage things that they care about personal relations with the people that are making them their money. They care about long-term investments and about the way that things could move in a long-term process. YouTube is very much about instant gratification, about shunning everyone that works with them because they're a giant corporate entity. All of those things that seem very impersonal, and I just really think that those two things fly in the face of each other, and it's really scary to me to see those possibly merge. That being said, that doesn't mean that Twitch doesn't still retain some sort of autonomy, even within the Google hierarchy, if that were to come to pass. I sincerely hope that it would actually go that way if it did come to pass, and that's really our only hope if that actually does happen, that they would have the ability to still retain the way that things are working now under their own self-governance.
The only thing that it's, I think, 100%, like, I think that there's a good chance that Twitch will mostly retain autonomy under Google. Right. Mostly. I mean, YouTube eventually they replace with Google guys, but Twitch will probably retain autonomy for a long time. However, the thing that they definitely won't retain autonomy on is how content ID and copyrights work.
Obviously.
Because
I mentioned this to Austin right before we started, and it's like, though, how would they figure out a way to slap content ID matches on streaming content? That requires a whole new process. So what would they go after then? Your VODs? So they would like flag you for being an at-risk channel if they find a bunch of shit on your VODs that seem kind of bad, and then maybe they would monitor you or something?
Twitch already has a system of taking down channels, live streams that are running currently because of reports or something. So like, it's probably going to be you know, an updated system of their content ID matching, the auto detect content ID bot that will detect if whether or not you're having some sort of copyrighted content, and for fear of legal recompense, just, you know, automatically take down the channel like it works on YouTube. Because, you know, here's one of the problems. This is something, like, I guess also a lot of people don't like. A lot of people are when the whole YouTube managed versus affiliate and the whole content ID bot thing happened, a lot of people were like, well, who gives a shit, who cares? It's like, the reason that it's fucked up is because the burden of proof on YouTube is on the person getting struck, not on the person issuing the claim, which doesn't make any sense because that doesn't happen in any other form of law in America. The burden of proof is always on the accuser, not the accused, because that is guilty until proven innocent instead of innocent until proven guilty. And the system has been proven to be extremely flawed because it instantly copyright strikes the video, takes it down, removes all of the revenue that you could possibly get from it, and then eventually you can get an appeal and get the copyright strike lifted, and that's fine. Well, but now you've lost all of the revenue in the initial sharing of the video.
Okay, there was a bunch of things you said that were a little bit inaccurate, though.
Like?
When you get a claim, first of all, not a strike, because I don't think that happens all that often. If we're talking about a strike, that's a different deal. But I think you're talking about a claim, right?
I'm talking about both, really.
A match.
I mean, well, like, well, yeah, okay, yeah. Content ID versus copyright strike are different things, yes, but they both are pretty similar in how they function. I mean, copyright strikes obviously are you know, able to be backed up by legal precedent, and also are supposed to be count towards your 3-strike rule or whatever, and Content ID just removes revenue from you instead of taking the video down altogether in most cases. But
yeah, but it is worth separating the two concepts, because a claim does not mean any danger to your channel inherently unless you appeal it. The appeal is then overturned, and then the appeal to that appeal then goes to YouTube. But the first appeal, though, is a huge problem in that you actually are appealing to the person who issued you the claim in the first place, which makes absolutely no fucking sense.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with someone smacking you with a copyright claim, who do you think you should not talk to about that issue? Not the person who issued it to you in the first place. They have a vested interest in keeping it on, unless it's automated and they didn't intend to do it in the first place. That just makes no fucking sense to me. At least, though, on the second appeal, it actually goes in front of hopefully impartial auditor who will be from YouTube, I presume, and make a ruling that they see fit. The problem is, if they rule against you, though, you do get a strike at that point. So the mantra has been, if you get a claim, there's zero reason not to appeal it once in case it was automated and not intended to go on your shit in the first place. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear because there is a lot of gray area about all of that, and it's worth separating the two in case people get the wrong idea. It's still shitty, don't get me wrong.
Either way, it's both shitty. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's both taking money out of your pocket for a pretty flawed and awful system. Now, granted, here's the thing. YouTube has stopped using that auto-copyright, auto-content ID bot because it was immediately abused when it came into effect. So, well, I mean, it always kind of existed, but once they lifted the veil, pretty much, you know, then it was immediately abused in a lot of really strange and silly ways. Like, for instance, I think the one story, the anecdote of that time that I like to tell to show people the weirdness of how strange being guilty until proven innocent works. So Nerd Cubed had a video on YouTube of a game or something, and then a Spanish TV network used his footage on their show without his permission, and then copyright claimed his original video on YouTube, the one that he initially created, because the burden of proof is on the accused, not the accuser, so they could get away with that.
I also want to clarify, too, what you're saying about a bot. What actually happened that changed was they just removed the ability for people who were under the protection of a CMS, or MCN rather, They basically opened up all of that information to now be aggregated to the normal YouTube indexing. So meaning anybody that now exists, aside from managed channels, doesn't matter if you're with a network or anything, as long as you're not managed, you will be checked by the content ID system. So what they did, it's not so much a bot, but they just do waves of checks where it will just, they'll like hit a button and it'll just scan all the videos. And what was not in the index prior now is. So anyone can put anything they want in the content ID system database. That particular company, for whatever reason, put his logo or whatever it was that got claimed in that database. And you can do this shit too if you really wanted to, and don't, because it's fucking crazy. But any footage you have, they don't check it. There's no appeal system for it. You just put shit in there. If it turns out to be a problem, then maybe they'll deal with it later, but they also might not. And there's a whole rash of people that have just made it their personal business to go ahead and take everything they can think of and throw it into that database, so they just start collecting revenue from random people that get matched and are too afraid to appeal it because they don't know how the damn system works, because they don't make it obvious.
Yeah.
You know, all the shit I know about this is only because I've spent countless hours now doing research and talking to hundreds of people to try and figure it all out. And there's not a lot of really well-documented information out there, aside from maybe a handful of videos that actually get this shit right. But a lot of it is just spread off of just weird rumors and bad word of mouth in places like our Let's Play, where people are just spreading shit because they don't know. So, you know, Google's not doing anything on their behalf to try and sort this shit out. And it's kind of irreprehensible.
And this is where the fear comes in, is that this is all things that are currently happening with YouTube. And we don't want that to just move over to Twitch. Because
Twitch is simple.
Twitch is
like, let's
easy.
stream some shit.
If you want to be a partner on Twitch, there are easy laid out guidelines, and once you become a partner, you have access. You can talk to people at Twitch. They'll respond to you. They work with their, like Nick said, they work with their partners because they want their partners to grow. And YouTube is the exact opposite. I've mentioned this before. I've mentioned this before. Try and name an employee at YouTube. Try and name anyone at all who works at YouTube.
That's one of the big problems, right? Is that, like, you literally can't talk to Google. Like, Google still has 1,000 of my dollars held hostage in AdSense, actually, because there's no one that I can talk to about it, and there's no really appeal system to how they're... For some reason, my routing number and bank account information didn't matter in their AdSense whenever they did it, so they just have $1,000 of mine, and I can't really do anything about it because they don't have customer support. It doesn't exist for Google. So
that was actually a strategy that they were using for a while, where they were basically letting tons of people make AdSense accounts. If they made a certain amount of money, they would then decide that they had committed some illegal act, and then they would freeze their account and claim their money. And they don't have to tell you what you did wrong. They just get to keep your money, and that's the end of it, which doesn't make any sense. Why would it not still go to you? They still got their ads served, right? They got what they needed out of the service, but they just get to keep it. Like, it wouldn't get refunded to the advertisers, or... No, they just get it.
It's real strange.
Just fraudulent. Like, the very shit they might be accusing you of is actually the thing that they're doing.
Yeah, it's pretty... It's a pretty overall just weird and fucked up thing. And this is the reason why we are afraid, basically. Now, here's the thing, right? You know, people are upset over people, freaking out over Twitter, all this stuff. You know, people are saying, like, okay, so how does that affect me as a viewer? For the most part, it probably won't that much, even if it happens. For the most part, like, I honestly don't think it'll affect, viewers terribly much, beyond having streamers just die off, you know, which is, you know, highly possible.
That's
you know... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go on. No, go ahead, go
on. That's probably like the only thing I can see happening is people in the mid tier and the lower tier of YouTube and Twitch just stop streaming because they can't do it anymore. They have to go other ways. They have to find money and work, and they wouldn't have time to stream.
Yep.
That just is what could happen. That's probably a worst case scenario.
Yes,
But
that is. Yeah, again,
that's worrying to people who don't want to do that.
Yeah, and obviously we're having this doomsday talk on literally what is the worst case scenario. It is still also a possibility that this will be a good thing for Twitch. However, considering Google's and YouTube's track record on changes and how they deal with their user interaction and such, there's not really a reason for us to be more on the side of optimistic than pessimistic. There's no reason to really imagine that that's gonna be the case. It could be, but literally their track record just makes it. Why would I imagine that is going to be how it is?
The thing that I would think would be the most beneficial is just the infrastructure if they had access to it, because we do occasionally run into issues where Twitch just is overloaded because there's some final something or other Dota competition or LoL competition or whatever. So if they had access to the Google servers, that might actually smooth that shit out pretty well. Chances are, though, given their track record with how they've handled dynamic content and streaming, it didn't go any better, though.
Yeah.
So they would actually really need the Twitch people to be super on board to help Google make their shit work, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
And also doesn't make me very optimistic either, because what would be the way that would end up splitting with them? It would want that big investment, but unless they stay as Twitch, shit's just going to get bad all around.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, that I find very strange as well is, so YouTube, biggest video upload and viewing platform on the internet, right? Twitch, the biggest streaming of the same variety.
Right.
If they merge, isn't that possibly against the law? Like, isn't that...
Well, the article that we all read said that there was anti-competitive possibilities there that they were going to be reviewing for, if that's true.
Yeah, like, that might... Because the thing is, someone said... someone on Twitter, when I mentioned that, was saying, like... oh, well, Google's been too big for a while now, blah, 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 all this stuff. Like, okay, like, there's a difference between diversification and being the only thing in an entire industry. Like, Google is a diversified company. There's a bunch of different things. They're primarily the search engine. They also have maps. They have all this other stuff. But in those fields, they're winning, but it doesn't mean that they are all of it. If Google and Twitch were to merge, then they would pretty much... I mean, I have to imagine take up 95% of videos watched on the internet.
Not counting porn, I'll probably say.
Right, well, okay, yeah, not counting porn. When they partner with Pornhub, then that'll be the end of the universe.
No.
Yeah. But the Google Plus porn, tell your timeline which porn you're watching today.
Dude, they have links like that on porn sites that are like, do you want to tweet this porn video? Like, what?
Hey, man, people like their porn. Some people aren't ashamed of it.
What kind of friends do you have that you're like, yo, bro, I found this really good anal video I wanted to show you. All my friends are going to see it too, so I hope you're in.
Oh,
it's like that episode of Wilfred where the guy's like really into getting hard and watching videos with the main guy from Wilfred, and he's just like, you're fucking weird. Leave me alone. I just want to watch porn with you, bro.
I just want to watch porn with you, bro.
So, yeah, I feel like I should say again, before the angry comments come in, like, we're all just we're commentating among just the insanity that could happen, not that we necessarily believe will happen. What I plan to do... What I plan to do about this whole scenario is try to remain as even-keeled as possible, not think about it very much, probably ignore Twitter for the most part, and just wait for actual information to come out, because we're recording this on a Sunday. Shit's just a rumor right now. It's not worth getting this worked up over. We're just now having a theoretical conversation, that's all.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
We're all easily excitable, too. That's the other thing.
That's not fair, Nick. I'm sorry. You're going to have to rephrase that.
Yeah, could also just not even happen. However, you know, that's what people have been saying as well as an acquiescence, like, well, it is also just a rumor. But here's the thing, and this is something that even if it is just a rumor and it's not happening, or like, you know, it's complete bullshit, the amount of like backlash over even just the idea should tell something to some people who have money. Right. You know, like that's pretty insane that as soon as that article came out, within 5 minutes, Twitter was trending with hashtag rest in peace Twitch. Like that shows that that not only for content providers like ourselves, people on YouTube don't like the changes that YouTube has been doing for the past couple of years. Yeah, they have seriously kind of, you know, shat on their brand a little bit. And again, this is sort of why we were talking about whether it's like an anti-competition thing when they do something like that. There's definitely a concern there as to, like, they can shit all over. This is the problem when you have the majority of an entire industry, is you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can shit all over your brand. I mean, look at the internet service providers. But there's nothing that they like you as a consumer can do. That's the only place that you can watch things. So, you know, that's why that's a problem. So, yeah.
And I also want to say it's pretty reasonable. I know it might seem like we're being really crazy about this, but it's also pretty reasonable from our perspectives to imagine the worst case scenario, because this is our livelihoods on the line, and we want to make sure that we're looking at every possible angle to make sure we can make informed decisions about what to do next, because that's pretty scary information that could kind of make it very difficult for us. And we want to figure out the scope of exactly how difficult it could make things. And granted, there's so many variables. I think that's the reason that we may need to take a step back, because there are so many variables we can't actually make any kind of useful predictions at this point.
Yeah.
So it's not just scaremongering, you know. We're also having this talk so we can understand shit for our own behalves too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not. I mean, we're not like, we can't really scare the viewers in a sense, because like I said, the viewers are probably 99% chance the viewers will be fine. There's nothing that's going to really hurt the viewers.
Right. But people could watch this video and then be like, oh my god, did you hear what they said on the Magic video? Shit's going down.
Shit's going down.
Probably don't do that. No. That's not really helpful. In fact, I wish Twitter would kind of take it all down about 10 notches, but, you know, that's people. You can't help it.
I also was doing some fear-mongering on Twitter. It's scary, man. Like, you know, and honestly, like, some people, like, it's really not appreciated. Some people having, like, Twitter, like going to Twitter and being like, oh, calm down, it's not that big of a deal, they're not gonna break Twitch. And it's like, yeah, okay, you don't make your living from this. So, I mean, it's like when they, you know, shut down a factory and stuff, and like, and someone, and like 100 people lose their job, and someone's complaining about it on Twitter, and then a Twitter guy replies like, well, Ford's not gonna close down. You could calm yourself here, buddy. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, well, fuck you. Like, it affects me, and you know, it's sort of what social media is for.
I agree. I also, though, feel like, you know, people have a right to say what they're going to say. That's fine. We have to be able to take some of it at face value and know that people are just being reactionary, and that's also valid. I wish the compassion went in both directions, but you can't expect it, because we're on the internet, man. That's how it goes. And that's just the way it's gonna go. So there's no need to try and fight it. You know, people are just gonna have strong opinions one way or the other. Just as long as, you know, hopefully when shit gets bad, if it gets bad, that people also look out for us too, maybe. I hope. Or at least hear us when we're complaining or when we're upset about stuff.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's a scary time. I'm a little bit afraid.
What?
I mean, not to mention YouTube is still YouTube is still What?
Hold on. What did you just do, Nick?
I think I did something really dumb because I was in the middle of talking.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's bad.
I don't have any activated abilities, though.
Yeah, but read the last line.
Block.
Oh, okay, whatever. I'm out.
Okay, well, at least the commenters have something else to be angry about now, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
That's hilarious. This is how incredibly incapacitated you can get by trying to have a coherent thought. Like, that's how concentrated I was on talking and so not concentrating on the game. That's the degree.
No, yeah, because I was sitting there like, oh, please don't.
I read it like 3 times, and I'm like, all right, top line looks good. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a lot of lines. That's one of the longest cards.
Oh, I know. I just couldn't handle reading that far down.
Yeah, it was like enchant permanent, gain 4 life. All right, let's do it.
That's literally what happened, because I was like, I got these 2 things out that make it good when I put out enchantments. All right, gain 4 life. We're solid. Let's let this go.
What are you doing, Rob?
Oh, man.
That.
You were gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't appreciate you.
That's fair. I mean, Nick basically made himself not scary to me, so, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that was actually the long-term strategy. I wanted to bring it down a few notches.
I get you, yeah.
Attract your ire.
You're hustling basically right now is what's happening.
Right.
That's
what you don't know is in my hand. In my hand, I have 1 card that will remove that enchantment, and it's gonna be great.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So, but this is the reason why we're all goddamn terrified, and you know, I think it's fair to be terrified because we've been experiencing YouTube for a while and what they do, and it's scary. It's legitimately scary. You know.
It's also coming off of a period of time where YouTube has been making less and less revenue for, well, I can only speak personally. It's just been getting worse and worse here, and I've just been trying to emphasize Twitch more, which is like, okay, great, I want to emphasize Twitch, but it's also turning into YouTube too, so what do I have now? I put all my eggs in one basket accidentally again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God, if only I had all this the next turn, man, you would be fucking dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, this would be amazing if I had it next turn.
Why did I have an 11-11 all of a sudden?
How did you not take the 9 damage?
I did. I had 16 life.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Shit,
unruly mom.
Oh yeah, I gave Nick back his 11-11.
Yeah, that was that's I
yeah.
saw that. That's not good. I don't like that.
Actually,
one bit.
You know how many flyers? How dead are you right now?
I might be dead.
2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 18. Yeah, I can kill you.
Yeah, but then you also die to Nick. I mean, yeah, you could take second right now.
Well, yeah, if you just attack me with all out again, I'll die.
You can't possibly let me win in any capacity after that move I made.
You might actually be winning here.
Yeah,
don't give me that.
No, you. Yeah, I don't think.
Well, no, I can survive a turn here, so I might be able to buy some time.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't realize you had the card that made all the stupid 1/1 flyers.
Yeah,
that's annoying. I didn't see that one.
Good news is Nick's 15-13 can't attack me. That's the bright side of life.
This is the downside to having these ohms races. I mean, there's obviously many downsides, but the downside is that there's so many cards out on the field that you forget what they all do. Like Nick has like 6 enchantments on the board. I don't know what the fuck they do. Like there's a lot of shit going on.
Nobody
there.
does.
Yeah, we were talking about other shit. I'm not gonna read.
I don't. Oof.
Idyllic tutor. Ooh, boy. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know, man. This is potentially very scary. The only thing that I want to make clear is that, like, it's not something that people... Because a lot of people are saying, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It's not something that you can do that
Did you not, Nick?
It didn't give me enough time. I was making up my mind, so it just threw it in the garbage.
I hope that Magic 2015 has a, like, turn-off timer for, like, invited friends.
Or no timer, because we're friends, and we
exactly.
sit there and fuck each other for the rest.
Yeah, like, if friends are, like, playing, then I don't care about a fucking timer. Like, I don't need it.
Oh,
he can take as long as he wants.
Oh, really? Alright, I guess I'm still in it.
What was I supposed to do? I couldn't have used it on the hexproof.
It's hexproof. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I think I made the correct move.
Yeah, you made the correct move. I'm an idiot. There's just so many cards on the board. I forgot.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Gets that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I had my 1614 back right now.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Why do you gotta do that?
Oh yeah, Nick has 33 health. This ain't looking good for you, Austin. God damn it! If you didn't have those stupid flying jerks.
Yeah, that was a good. Oh, good.
That's
I really
what got me.
Thanks for that one game.
Gosh,
So many
dang it.
flyers.
You butthole.
Dude, I can't win this. You can't let me win this.
Hey, it's gonna be
That move.
It's gonna depend on what I draw. To be completely honest, if I draw the card, I'll be able to do a bunch of damage, but I have to draw that one card.
At a point
That
with
moves
card
like
games.
as if I drank a whole pile of poison trying to kill myself, and then you came in and removed the poison and also gave me $1 million.
Or just like took the knife and like stabbed yourself in the belly a bunch of times. But actually, speaking of, I don't know why that reminded me of. Well, I guess I kind of do. It's a pretty dark and violent book. But I've been reading this book. The reason, I've been reading this book over the course of several months because I just never really, pick up my Kindle and read it as much as I should.
Right.
Oh my god.
But I went out to a party yesterday, and I had to take a very long train ride, so I was reading more chapters of it. It's called Devil's Lair. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Stop
I just read
that.
past this like really really fucked up rape scene
Oh.
that got real weird.
Here's the good news.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say this because it's only gonna help you, but you only have 23 cards in your deck left, and your deck is making you draw more and more cards as you play them.
Oh, I love it.
So I could win there too.
That's true.
Whatever. I'm self-milling now. That's my new strategy. Are you kidding
Actually,
me?
you have 8 cards in your hand, so you're gonna have to discard one.
No, he's
No,
gonna
you're
play
not.
them. See, I want less of those because the more creatures you have, the more shit I'm in.
I'm aware.
Yeah. I'm a bear.
No, you're
You're an
not.
alpaca.
Yeah,
You're
you're
not
right.
looking
I'm
at
an
that.
alpaca.
You not do that?
Good point.
I don't know why it wants me to attack with that 0-1. Don't do that, game.
He's such a pro.
You know that's not gonna help.
Do that.
Do whatever you want.
Do that. Wait,
I
I
don't
can't
care at
actually
all.
see what I just blocked. Hopefully I blocked.
No, don't worry about it. You should try blocking the 5-3 to the 15-1. See what happens.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
It's indestructible.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted you to
Good.
try it.
More land. That's what I need right now. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to hope that you mill yourself out.
I don't want
I
it.
draw like one card here, and I'll actually be really good. Like, I have like Path to Exile. If I do Path to Exile, just exile your card, and we'd be good.
Yeah.
That's a flyer. That's not
What
good.
does this thing do? Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. Jesus Christ. You could have 9 cards in your hand.
Don't worry about what I'm doing, Rob.
9, 9,
What are you
9,
doing
9,
right now?
9. I'm just
All I
watching
have
you
to
guys
do
play.
is draw an enchantment card or a Path to Exile, and I will be in a really good position.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw land though. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
Oh, not that. Oh, that would have been helpful a long time ago.
Yeah, I only just got it.
Probably should have played. Oh, you just drew it as you played. I gotcha. Well,
So
you
many
might
cards.
actually mill yourself to death, Nick.
Oh, I know.
You might want to
I'm
not
ready.
play any more enchantments for the next 16
I'm ready
turns.
for it, Rob. Don't worry.
You have 11
we haven't,
cards
we
in your
haven't
hand.
had someone lose off a milling yet. That'd be exciting.
I think we have, actually.
I am too
That's happened a
entertained.
couple
Although that's
times.
not one that
yeah.
I've been in.
Yeah, there's been a couple, because I think there's been some times where we had, or like the really long one ended in a mill death, I think, as well.
See, I don't know.
I really don't want to win, to be honest. I feel like
This is bullshit. I can't see what I'm blocking.
Yeah. The commenters say you should just zoom
well, maybe
into the
Google
card
should
and
buy
then use
Wizards to
that.
the Coast.
That'd be
Hopefully this
good.
is right, or I lose.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that would have been intense.
I couldn't see.
Yeah. God, I'm so
Oh yeah,
I have
discard
so many
4
cards in my
Yeah,
hand.
discard- How many cards? 5 cards? 4 cards.
All the cards.
Lots of cards.
I don't want that one either.
I watched all of True to Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it has hexproof like all your other cards. Never mind. That was like really almost exciting.
Did you just get excited?
I did. I was really excited, but I forgot that all of your cards have hexproof. Wait, all of them? Oh, it's just the enchantments.
I love that I'm sitting here with a 2018 with a flying card that I just crippled myself for no fucking reason.
There's way too many cards. Which card is giving all your cards hexproof?
I don't know.
I'm
It might
trying
be
to
one of the
find-
creatures.
I know, man.
Oh, there it is.
You gotta-
Position. All right.
Bird's on you to figure that out, man.
Well,
Can't you
now I
have to
my-
exile that? Or does Path to Exile not work with all permanents?
It only works with creatures.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah,
that-
I'm gonna be honest.
Like,
Nick does have 10
Light-
times your health right now, so
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. And if I would have had one more card, I could have killed that 3/3, and I still would have been good. But now I'm on a timer.
yeah.
Nah, doesn't feel like it to me.
It's the 3/3's flying, right? Yeah, that's a bummer, man.
I like
Yeah,
it.
hopefully this is the right blocking scenario. Oh, it actually
That's
doesn't matter.
a bomber, man.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I'm still okay.
Oh.
What's the problem?
I made a dumb move there, but I'm still gonna be able to. God, I assumed that your 17/17 had trample, and it doesn't. So I can kill it, or I can kill the other one. Never mind. Oh, now you have 2. Well, yeah, actually, I think. Yeah. Still
Yeah.
okay.
See how many cards I'm gonna deal.
Oh my God, Nick, you really should not be playing any more enchantments.
No, I gotta have fun, man. That's what this game is
I
for.
like how you play a card and like 90 things happen before.
I love it. It's so fun. It's like a Rube Goldberg machine.
Oh Jesus.
Most lopsided board I've ever seen.
It's great.
Actually, that powerful.
It's so good.
Yeah, that
Because-
deck is very similar to the Chant of Muldaya in that, like, if you let it do what it's gonna do for a while. Jesus Christ.
That's actually gonna help a lot.
What's that?
Makes
Need a
me
path to
gain.
exile.
Gain
again.
7 life.
Yeah. It's awesome, man.
Wait, what? I have to pick a card to put on the top or bottom of my line. It doesn't matter where I put it. Whatever.
Oh, that's a land. Thanks, game. I'm glad you told me that. Well, that buys me some more time. That's good.
Like, if I want the card at the bottom of my library, I can play like 2 cards and I'll just get it.
That buys you, like, 1 turn, right?
It's gonna be close, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Actually, I don't think it even buys you 1 turn. You're still in the same position that you were in. Because, like, he's gonna attack you with his flying things.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Am I?
He's gonna attack with everything.
Oh, come on, there's so much room for me to play cards. Why do you have to hide them all on top of each other?
Because that's where
Yeah.
they're comfortable, man. Do you want them to be uncomfortable? They're trying to spoon. You're trying to get in the way of their love. Don't do that. You
Oh, Jesus.
don't have to be a dick about the whole thing.
That one. That one. And-
But for real though, like if you mouse over that cluster of cards, it could just put them in a little sub window that's like, here's all the cards that you're looking at.
Right. Or, you know, literally almost
Expand them.
anything. Yeah, there's, like, loads of things that they could do with the interface. Like, just try, maybe? Like, that would be good, too. Just, like, try
I
anything.
literally can't mouse over the one that I want.
Try zooming in.
I win!
Try zooming in on the...
I think I still. This is unbelievable. I can't do what I want.
Defeat by UI in ergonomics.
Done this.
Oh,
Oh, I got one. I got one. Oh my. Oh, I don't. I didn't have a human on the field anymore. What?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
all right,
okay.
well, you're
Let's see if I
boned up
draw
pretty good.
one card that could help me.
Well, I don't know. If Nick plays 2 enchantments this turn, then the game's over for him and you win.
Alright, all I gotta do is control my clicking finger. Can I do this? Put it back on the top, baby.
He's Ringing of Oblivion. Uh-oh. I guess it doesn't
This
really
is,
matter.
seriously, this is one of my long-term strategies in playing Magic, is to always screw the board by putting so many cards out that you can't see what I'm doing. Game.
It's pretty useful, yeah.
Oh, what's this?
I
Oh,
like
I'll
that.
put that on the bottom of my library this time. Exile target creature. Why would you do that?
Because it's all I can do. I still die though, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm gonna put a land out tapped.
Well, it was close.
All right, Nick. Just don't play 2 enchantments and you win, I think. Would 2
All right.
enchantments kill you? Whenever you cut...
No. They only makes them draw like 2 cards.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Chat or a.
Oh, God. Playing
I can't
it...
choose that.
Or just
I can't choose any of those. All right, I'm gonna put it on the one that I can't use.
Why can't you use it
Looking
on
good.
those other ones?
Because I fucked it, remember? I put the...
Oh,
crippling card
enchant
on.
creature with another aura attached to it, so it needs to have an aura on it in order to attach that aura. That's
know it.
interesting.
Nice.
Now let's put out... What else can I do?
Oh, great and
Oh,
bountiful
that
dear
one
God.
looks good.
Let's do that one. Nice.
That looked good, right? I like that move.
You should do direct damage to me.
This one looks pretty good, too.
I'd really
Oh,
like
good.
to...
Another one of those.
I'm trying really hard to zoom in on that card that you just
Okay.
played, Nick, but I actually can't.
I'm gonna
That's
do
okay.
this.
Why?
I don't know. Doesn't do anything. Oh, it actually made you draw some more cards. That would have been great if that would have been the card that milled you out, wouldn't it have?
Yeah.
That would be so good.
You have 108 life.
Who cares?
When did that happen?
Why are your cards so clumped up? Can it not find a better way to situate them?
You know, I actually... You should try right-clicking and change it to RockLeeSmile's view. Maybe that's the secret, because if you go to his view, it's not that bad.
Did you just only attack me with one creature?
I don't know.
Why did you do that?
I mean, granted, he does have 108 life, so...
Yeah. I can't wait to draw a card that makes you...
It's hard to say
cards.
what happened there. Continue.
Were you not able to find the cards you wanted to click on?
No, I was fine. I was just
Oh, here's a
playing.
land.
I was having
Enjoy
fun.
it. That's do
Alright,
it again,
well.
so I draw another land. How about it?
Okay.
Yeah, play a couple more enchantments, Nick.
Okay.
Ah,
Seriously,
Any
please,
specific
don't.
ones you have in mind?
the best.
Path to
The
Exile.
one that'll make me enjoy this game the most.
What do I have in my graveyard? Let's look at that.
Oh yeah, bring one out from your grave. Ooh, you have like
Anything
a
good?
3/3 flyer. Bring that one out.
You have a
Shit.
PP Kyer.
I don't have anything good in my graveyard. My graveyard's butts right now.
3/3 flyer, man.
I'll put that out.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a horse.
You got another horse?
Oh.
Play it.
Oh my God, he's at one
Play the
card in
horse.
his deck.
Hold on, play the horse.
Okay. Give me a second here. I gotta let all the effects finish.
All right.
He's making He's making you die.
The horse
He's not.
doesn't make him die.
You have one.
The horse is awesome.
What are you talking about, Rob?
You got
Yeah,
one
what
card
are
in
you
your
talking
deck. I'm
about?
just telling you.
Look, play the horse, man. You got nothing to lose.
Oh, this one looks good. I may draw a card whenever I play this one.
Oh God, what's happening?
He's not
Okay,
gonna...
what's next?
The horse.
An
The
enchantment.
horse.
Yeah.
All right, there's the horse.
That's not the
Choose a
horse.
creature to enchant.
Oh,
That one.
you lose?
No, he doesn't lose.
Yeah, he has 0 cards in his deck.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was defeated by Austin, the greatest Magic player ever.
I don't know, guys. Something tells
Guys, I
me
had
that
no
might have
warning
been a
signs. I never saw it coming.
Hey, fuck all you. It counts. Victory for me. You fucking
Yeah, did you unlock any cards for it?
Guys,
did.
the reason I did that was because I couldn't stand the idea of winning when I fucked up that badly. I just couldn't let it happen.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you played a card with the horse on it that wasn't the horse card I was talking about. Because that
Oh, it was the other horse.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Classic
end on a positive
horse.
note also, and I just
That
didn't
was
want to end
positive.
in Google hell.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be there,
Oh
right?
God, I am so afraid of life forever.
It still would have been great if I could have made you draw your deck out.
Yeah,
Wait. That didn't sound good. Never mind.
that'd have been good.
It's hard to make me draw my deck out for you.
Ouch.
You really have to. You have to schmooze with him. You have to get him.
You
buy
need
him
Rob
some
telling me to
lobster.
do it in the background, and then I'll
Yeah.
consider it.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta buy him some lobster and a steak. Actually,
You
a
do it
steak
with
and lobster.
lobster.
Oh my God! Can you imagine like if they put lobster on top of steak?
Put it in the steak, stuff it full.
Oh,
Whoa.
like stuffed filet mignon with
Oh,
lobster.
with lobster?
I don't think you stuff filet mignon with anything, Rob.
I
You don't put
but
stuff on
imagine.
it.
Hey, we're innovating here.
Imagine if you did.
It's
What if you
inappropriate.
made a lobster roll, but instead of bread, it was 2 filet mignons on as the
Oh,
as
the deluxe
Fun.
KFC double down.
It's like
Yeah.
a double down, but it would cost like $120.
and you'd also have to put caviar inside of the lobster
And
roll as
gold
well.
foil on top.
Yeah.
We're raising the price of this by like...
You know what? That's the one though. Like, okay, caviar. I've had caviar before. I really like caviar. I get it. I get caviar being expensive because it actually is very difficult to make. I don't know if you know the process of making caviar, but it's like
bragging on a plate.
It's what?
bragging on a plate.
It is a little bit, but it is very delicious, and the reason that it costs so much is because of how hard it is to make. So I understand that. But the gold dust, like when rich people eat that doesn't. That's like, come on, like that one is just like. Does he? Oh yeah, I guess
he had a video about gold dust.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's pretty fucking stupid. I get the caviar. Like, caviar I get, but the gold dust is like, come on, that's
I have caviar when you can just have a nice lobster. Way cooler in every way.
Gold-foiled lobster.
I don't know, have you ever had caviar? Expensive. Have you ever had black caviar? It's really fucking good.
Is it good? I thought it was like not good, but people ate it just because
fishy.
Caviar.
No, it's not really fishy. I mean, it's a little bit fishy, but it's like,
how could it not be fishy?
It's
more
fish. Yeah, right, but it's more. Well, salmon isn't really fishy though, and that's a fish as well. And then there's like tilapia.
Right,
tilapia is not really. Yeah, but it is a little bit fishy, but it's more salty than it is fishy, really.
The salty surprising.
Yeah, it's very good. I very much like it. You can get the cheap salmon caviar, actually.
I hate when I go to like a seafood place and I ask for a salmon fillet and they give me like half a fillet. It's like the size of my hand, or like the size of like half my hand. It's like, come on, man, this is like $40. It's like half of a fish.
Well, it depends where you're at.
Salmon fillet is $40. Jesus Christ!
I went to like a really fancy place one time.
Oh, okay.
If it's like in the south, though, it's like harder to get fish down there, right? Because of all the pollution in the area around it.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah.
We really good.
I might be talking out of my ass right there. I'm sure the commenters will tell me.
Salmon in New York is not that expensive, like, especially not that expensive. The way that
for sure.
Yeah, 40, probably like 30, but still.
Yeah, that's like lobster price. Lobsters are about that expensive in New York, and I think everywhere. But
dude, up here it's not that bad. You can get lobster for like $12-15.
Really? Oh, wait, like an uncooked or like at a restaurant?
At a restaurant, but it would be like okay lobster.
Okay, yeah.
I just want
I actually haven't had lobster in a long time, because I usually have crab. I have Alaskan crab.
I like crab too. Crab's good.
Alaskan king crab, when you crack the big legs open, you get a giant chunk of meat, just like
yeah, it's pretty nice.
Like dip it in
the butter.
I am now very hungry.
Yeah, I know. Now I really want lobster. Lobster is fucking delicious. I also really want caviar. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. Do you guys know how they make caviar or the black
shit
caviar?
On a fish and they
squeeze
take
the fish.
Yes.
Yes. No. Okay. So the way that they make it is it's made with what's the name of the fish? It's like a something with an S. But anyway, that type of fish. Superfish. Yes, I've been pretty sure that's what it is. I'm gonna look it up actually. But
it's just a pregnant fish, isn't it? They just squeeze it.
Not any pregnant fish. The way sturgeon. That's what it is. It's sturgeon. So sturgeon is a somewhat rare fish, but that's not really, the fish itself doesn't really matter. The thing with the sturgeon though is that it can only it can only become pregnant after about 12 to 15 years of age. And then, after you've raised the fish for 12 to 15 years, you also have to get the caviar. You have to extract the caviar at the precise moment during the pregnancy. Otherwise, it's inedible. So, and then if you don't fuck that up, and you've cultivated the fish for 15 years, then you get to kill the fish, cut it open, take out all the caviar, and that caviar is worth like $10,000 to $15,000 from a single sturgeon. But you know, it's like it's a lot of investment.
You know what they call the process of getting the eggs out of that fish?
No, I don't.
They call it purging the sturgeon.
Really?
Purging the sturgeon.
Yeah.
Do they? That's
no.
interesting. Ah, okay.
It
Well, they
rhymed.
should. Yeah, they should. If they didn't, then they should.
Purging the sturgeon.
Somebody should make Sturgeon Simulator 2014. It's about raising and extracting eggs from fish.
I would love to have a caviar farm. That'd be fucking awesome. And then and then also the other thing too is like after you extract the caviar, there's also the period in which you make it edible, or like more towards the standards of what people expect,
and this is
by
why
salting it and stuff.
Wait, a lobster. You literally just throw it in a fucking pot and wait like
yeah. You could also stab it in the brain too if you want.
Although, yeah, like I was gonna say, like it's pretty fucked up how we cook lobster and crab because you just put it in there alive. Like it's pretty awful.
Crawfish too.
Do they put that in there alive?
They don't even dude, have you seen how you cook crawfish?
No, I don't think I've ever had crawfish.
They put like
actually.
200 crawfish into a net, into like a bag, and you take the entire bag of like 200 crawfish and just boil the whole thing. You just like the whole thing in a pot.
Dude, I wanted to end on a happy note.
Just like good, like pure animal murder. Oh god!
Burning
You know what's awful too is that crabs and lobsters, they scream when you put them in the boiling water as well.
Seriously.
I'm just saying they do. You can hear it. It's terrible. It's really terrible. They're
Let's just say that it's air
though.
releasing from their shells.
Yeah, that might be what it
I
is.
feel really bad now, and I haven't even do that.
Yeah, it's
It might
fucked,
actually
man.
be air releasing from their shells. I don't know.
It might be, yeah. But
Do they actually have the ability to scream? Because that's kind of a
I
thing
don't
that I
know.
would think they wouldn't have living underwater.
All I know is I've actually heard it, and it's terrible.
Yeah, but you know how steam works, right? I mean, steam builds up under things and then it releases in high-pitched manners.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's possible. Like, I'm saying that that's a possibility as to what that is. As we're screaming, there's a problem. No throat, vocal cords, and the lungs. How can they scream and all? When heated, expanded. Oh, okay, so that's what's happening. Yeah. So when when heated, it expanded and forces itself through small gaps, causing the sound. So that's not the lobster screaming.
It's just
that's
air
just it
boiling through their
exploding.
skin. Okay.
That's just
Good. I'm
it's
glad
their
it's not them screaming, guys. I feel way better now.
It's just their insides being cooked and making a sound outside by exploding with gases.
Life's tough sometimes, though. I don't want to make light of it or anything, but you know, shit eats us, we eat it. It's how we stay alive. It sucks.
It's true. Yeah.
It's really gross.
We could take the extra like 3 seconds to stab it first, right?
No, that corrupts the meat. That's why you have to boil it alive.
Like if you do it instantly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty sure it doesn't corrupt the meat. I mean, Chef Ramsay like shows people doing that all the time on this show, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
you
sure
ever
they
see
do
this
that.
kills the crab, or they cut off the crab's face with a...
No, they just stab it in the head with a knife.
Jesus.
That's
and then they put it in
way
a pot.
better than burning alive.
Yeah, probably.
Not even just burning alive, but boiling alive.
But you see, the other question though is as well, like, do lobsters feel pain? Because I don't know if they actually do. They might not.
Sure, they do. That's pain is like a thing that all animals feel to know.
No. Most insects don't feel pain because they don't actually have pain receptors.
It's irrelevant to them.
Yeah, like it's just
Well,
like
I
a
feel it's
thing.
better then if that's how. Like maybe they feel really warm, like they're having a nice hot tub, and then they just drift off to sleep.
Okay, here we go. And when I typed in "do lob," the top thing is "do lobsters feel pain?" So
yeah, because everyone who's ever cooked one is probably having this existential crisis.
It's so horrible. Like, am I the most awful person on earth for thinking that this is delicious? All right, it's a debate apparently.
It's a debate, of course it is.
Yeah, most of it pain about 2
We can never just fucking settle anything. It's always a debate.
Ponds, grayfish, short crabs, opinion. So opinion is it apparently? Oh, okay. I'm
okay,
done.
that sound means that we're ending the episode because otherwise we're about to have a new revelation that's gonna make us really upset.
Yeah. No, it actually was just a picture, and it was terrible.
Okay, well, pictures we can't express in words ever again.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Sorry we're salty.
Very
We're okay.
First half and a very interesting latter half as well.
I really like the part where I fucked my magic game for no reason. That was really good.
That was pretty good. I did like that. Yeah.
We just devalue all our magic games, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. All right, thanks everybody for watching new episodes Mondays and Fridays. Thanks for being here. See you on the next one. Later.
Bye. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.
See you on Twitch.